Hi, everybody. I'm Seal. We're going to talk about escaping from life, lending yourself to others so that you're not trapped in different positions that you no longer want, different positions that maybe you've outgrown, or just different games that you no longer want to play. So, how do you actually do that? Well, you need a few abilities. You need to be able to be a masterful positive coach, a masterful positive leader, and a masterful parent as well. And then just be able to be super good at training others. So let me give you an example of how I saw this play out and what it did for me. So when I got the most favorite job in the world that I'd ever wanted to get with an insurance company back in 85, I've shared some of this story with you guys, but I became this person's assistant, and she took me underneath her wing, so to speak, and trained me. And it just so happened that this lady, and I thought she'd be the death of me, by the way, this lady was brilliant. She had the biggest block of business out of the whole office, and she traveled to 2 different states or 3 different states, but she had the biggest block of customers. And so she traveled 2 or 3 days out of the week. So she was gone most of the time. And so when she would leave, during the day, she would call in and check her messages and call in and check with me to see what's come up, who's called, what policyholders called, yada, yada, yada. And I had to answer all those questions. And when I was first hired, I didn't know anything about insurance, but I loved it. And so she knew that I really, really wanted to learn and I really wanted to know. So she trained me 1 hour a week, going over the different type of contract questions that I would get questions on, and explaining all the clauses to me so that I would be more knowledgeable. But the biggest thing she did, see, as a leader, what she did was she would get 20 phone calls on a day when she was out in the field seeing all these customers. And she really needed help handling the 20 messages that she got. And that didn't count the number of phone calls I took for her. Because when she would call in and check messages, I would have a yellow legal pad with all the people I had talked to and all the people that I could not help. But I got down exactly what they needed to know and the problem. So I would discuss it with her, and then she would tell me where to call or who to call in home office. So I say that because what ended up happening, I learned very fast. She went over all the problems that each policyholder needed. And so when she would come back in from the field after seeing about, her goal was to see 6 to 8 a day. So you're talking about 24 clients probably. And, exhausting as that. And running, airport, all those things. She would come back at first when I was new and have a stack full of messages like this in the carousel to pick up that she had to call. And so as she passed more and more control over to me and trained me how to handle each one, I started getting all the know-how knowledge, okay? I started needing her less and less. But at first, she lent herself to me, okay? And then by the training, and she was a very, very positive leader because it was very easy to learn with her, very easy to win with her. And then I won with the clients, and then the clients got to where they would call me. And then the messages in her carousel when she was out was less and less and less and less. Our phone calls were shorter. She had more time. Her trips were so much better because she had someone that could cover and take the responsibility and handle the things she couldn't handle because she was out seeing clients. So she was eventually able to take herself out of the picture. And you know what ended up happening in this deal? It was such excellent training and such excellent leadership. We're still friends today, by the way, and that was back in 1985. profound positive influence on my life. I'd never worked with anyone like that. I was actually able to climb the corporate ladder, and I actually got the same level of position that she had and where she trained me. I mean, it was unbelievable because most people had to have a degree to get that position, and I managed to not have a degree and still had it. But my point in sharing this with you is so that you don't find yourself trapped in a career or trapped in games or trapped in a situation you don't want to be in anymore, you know, and be able to escape and get out of it is, and take yourself out of the picture, is lend yourself to the person, teach them the know-how, be a positive coach and trainer, and then go enjoy your life and reap the rewards of what you've helped, in others. And by doing that, and the life that you've created.